Alright, what's going on, guys? It's GCP here, and before I get started into the commentary, man, this VMP rips people apart. Like, it is literally OP, man. I mean, honestly, as a DLC weapon, it is super cheesy. And in this gameplay, you're gonna actually see me go off, as you guys did in that intro clip right there. That was pretty insane. But another cheesy weapon is this ballistic knife, which does give me a run for my money every now and then in this gameplay. So again, enjoy the gameplay. And another thing before I do get started is in reference to this gameplay. Wow, I actually clutch it up at the end. We are down almost losing, and I managed to clutch it up and help my team win. And you guys will see exactly how that turns out throughout this gameplay if you guys watch it. But with that being said, let me talk a little bit about the new Call of Duty 2020. Right now, we don't have a title. All of us are anxiously waiting for that moment to come where we get any intel as to what this game is going to have, what it's going to be like. But one of the things that I think that this COD 2020 reveal, at least some information or some hint at what it's going to have, should include in a teaser is the Blackbird, the chopper gunner, or the dogs, or a weapon that has been available in a previous game such as the Commando that they can reveal as a teaser that would hype people up, that would generate that hype, that would bring back that nostalgia of Black Ops 1. Now, a lot of people are saying that it's going to be a Black Ops reboot. It might be, it might not be, it might be COD Vietnam. People are saying different stuff, but nothing is set in stone. There is no definitive information out there that says that it is going to be a Black Ops reboot or it's going to be COD Vietnam. It's going to be something along those lines. That's the only thing that we have heard as far as speculation goes, as far as rumors go, but nothing, again, like I said before, is set in stone. But it would be very exciting, and it would generate a lot of that hype if they would tease something that would give us that nostalgia feeling of those incredible streaks. Now, I was a huge fan of Black Ops 1. It was my very first Call of Duty that I got into, and those streaks, those trio of streaks, the Blackbird, Chopper Gunner, and Dogs, are one of the most iconic streaks in COD history, in my opinion. And if they had a hint in a teaser, or if they drop a trailer and they include any one of those streaks, I guarantee that people will lose their you-know-what. Like, people would freak out. I think that would be an amazing idea, and I definitely think that Treyarch, because they're the lead right now, because Sledgehammer Games initially was the ones developing this game, but of course Treyarch had to be put into charge of this project because Activision put them there. I think it would be a wonderful idea for them to implement that. I think that would be so exciting, and hopefully they do, man. I think this time around, if they want to have, you know, people build off of the success of Modern Warfare, even though Modern Warfare had its fair share of problems, it was still the most downloaded game. And of course, they manipulate the numbers all the time with Warzone and all that, and they include it as far as the main game, which is totally wrong. They want to keep all of that hype that is surrounding Call of Duty right now because of the success of Warzone. Not so much, I would say, from the base game or the multiplayer of Modern Warfare 2019. But if they want to keep that hype and, you know, transfer over all those people, all these new players in the Call of Duty universe now to the next Call of Duty game in the year 2020, then they want to definitely bring something back from the past that will also retain those COD veterans like myself who have been neglected with this year's Call of Duty, especially the multiplayer. As we know, the traditional 6v6 multiplayer in 2019's version of Call of Duty was just not there. Like, it was obviously neglected. It was just not supported as well as, you know, it has been in the past. You know, what was really at the forefront of Call of Duty this year, or last year I should say, was the Battle Royale. That is pretty evident. It's pretty obvious that they worked on Warzone, and Warzone was their flagship product. It was their flagship game mode. That's where they spent the most time in developing. They spent the most time marketing Warzone, which is kind of funny if you think about it, because they never announced or hinted at the fact that they were going to have a battle royale, because when they were asked if they were going to have a battle royale, they just shrugged it off as, no, they're not. You know, they were very sketchy with it. They were very, you know, subtle about it. They didn't say anything in regards to details about them having Warzone. And then bam, they just dropped it after 6 months or so after the initial launch of the game. And they said, here you go, we have a battle royale. I mean, they obviously went the Apex Legends route, because Apex Legends, as you guys know, when it first came out, it was just unexpected. Nobody knew anything about it, and it grew in popularity once it dropped. So I think that was the approach that they were going towards, and they were expecting that type of outcome. Of course, Warzone right now is probably the most popular thing that's popping with Modern Warfare. You know, that's no question about it. There's no question about it. The fact that Warzone right now is very, very popular. Now, personally, do I like Warzone? I am not so much a fan of Warzone, even though I am a fan of Battle Royale games. In the beginning, I was, but now Warzone is more, to me, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me, because a lot of people do enjoy Warzone. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong, because there are elements of the game that are great. But to me, I get so frustrated with Warzone because of the amount of campers and the amount of lag and all that stuff, that for me it's not really worth it to play. But I understand where people come from when they do enjoy Warzone. I really do. But to me, I'm a traditionalist. I am somebody who has grown up from the 6v6 era of TDM and have enjoyed that the most. Even to this day, in Modern Warfare 2019, I'm still playing 6v6, even though it is probably one of the hardest game modes to play because of, you know, the lack of the mini-map, the red dot mini-map, the lack of dead silence as a perk. There's a lot of things that could have been improved that they should have kept from previous TDMs before, that made it the most successful game mode in the past. But now, as we see, it has been neglected. But still, I want to see the traditional 6v6 multiplayer come back. I want Call of Duty to return to its roots. If it does that, it will retain a lot of the veterans of this franchise, and they will be extremely happy with this next game that's going to be coming out. But if it's going to happen, we don't know. We don't know whether or not they're going to keep that or not, because of the popularity of the Battle Royale style of games and game modes. But I don't know, man. I'm really hoping that we have a traditional 6v6 TDM in this next game. But I definitely think if they bring back those streaks or tease at those streaks, that would definitely generate a lot of excitement in the community. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about that. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is GCP, signing off.